Well, here we are, my friends, navigating the throes of life together. I'm here with Lucy. She's trying to jump up in my chair right when I came to sit down. I'll say hello. Lucy, say hi, girl. She gives you the old husky stare, kind of the old back stare, and that's what they do. So I'm here to reassure you that there we go. Just making sure there's time on my phone, camera. It's one of those things, I feel like I'm always checking to make sure that there's time or data left or whatnot. But I just got back from work a little while ago. Actually, bought this. The job I was working on was a restaurant downtown Portland, and so there's a bunch of like potted plants or bushes we had to move, and we were supposed to put lattice up on this area where there's a handrail and posts, but nothing between that and the ground. It's like a 36-inch, handrail with nothing between that and the street. I think it was probably put in during the pandemic when they did a lot of like outdoor dining type thing. But it's pretty bad. And the plants I was working around, let's just say that directly across the street from where I was working is what they call the park blocks. The park blocks in Portland are just what they sound like, a bunch of parks, several blocks of parks where a lot of homeless people hang out and scream and rant. I mean, I was there for 20 minutes before I was asked for money, and when I didn't have any, the guy then proceeded to insist that I sell him an AM radio, which I had to inform the man that I did not have any either, and that I needed to get back to work so I could buy my own radios. And not in a harsh way, I didn't say that. I know some people can't work, but it's very difficult to work when you have people coming up to you asking for money. And it happens every time I work down there. But anyway, all the bushes I was working around that I had to move, they were bolted down, the potted plants. But the ones that weren't were very difficult to move, and most of them smelled like urine, as people had stopped to piss there in the middle of the night. And difficult working conditions. But you know what? I keep up a positive attitude. I went in there. It's this black lattice. I'll turn the camera around so you can see, actually. Do that? Yeah. So this stuff up here, I just hung this on like 2 screws so I could show my wife whether or not we like it. Because I also put it over here on the garden, as you can see, along the strawberries here, and then the raspberries behind that. And over here we've got the other raspberry to fill that in. So, there's a lot of work to do around here. And I thought, why not bring home 1 foot by 8 foot lattice strips, 7 of them, plastic, right? But I think I'll be able to actually get use from them and do something out, use them for something valuable. But the point was, I went to work, and then I came home, and now I'm trying to utilize work materials to get something else done at home. And that's what we do as humans, that we are meant to be on the go. For me, it's hard sometimes because I feel like I have to justify my downtime, and that's really not, to my wife, and my kids and other people, it's always like a justification thing, like, well, I'm well aware that if I sit and watch Netflix for 10 hours, that's a huge waste of time. But if I, honestly, when I'm sitting watching documentaries in the morning, I'll wake up at 4 in the morning sometimes, and I can't get back to sleep. So I go out and I watch, history documentaries, something like that. And it's not just that it's a justification, but I love to learn, and I don't have the motivation to do construction early in the morning. So anyway, I go to work. It's nice because I have a job that forces me to go to work. And so getting there this morning, setting up on the Portland sidewalk, trying to get all this shit done amidst all the chaos around us, it's always entertaining. But then I get home. I'm here in my backyard, I've got my pond behind me. You can hear it running. I just finished actually refurbishing the pond, if you will, so you can see that it's got like a, right now it's just got the spout coming out on the side over here, but there's a waterfall right up here that I need to finish building, and this camera, finish remodeling, if you will. And Lucy, no, you stay away from there. I know you. You're gonna jump in there if I don't watch you. She every year goes in the pond, and I think I finally taught her not to, but we'll see. I'm not gonna hold my breath. But now that it's clean and she sees the fish again, because we have goldfish. So before, we've had up to like anywhere between just a few and like 17 to 20 goldfish. Sometimes they have babies, they reproduce, some survive, some don't. Sometimes it's a raccoon attack, but generally we usually have at least a half dozen to a dozen at any given time over the last 10, 15 years. Right now, and we don't replenish them, they just do their thing. I think we bought goldfish twice. One time, and then once our pond got totally annihilated and dried out, I think it was when we went on vacation and it got really bad and we just gutted it. None of them, nothing survived, and we started over. But that was like well over 10 years ago. Since then, the goldfish we bought have continued to reproduce and still exist. And right now, as of cleaning out the pond just a moment ago, there were 6 of them. All 6 were alive, healthy, and well. I put them into a bucket. As I was cleaning out the pond, I used a net first to try to get out the leaves. And then I see the fish flapping. They're good size, about 2 inches, so they're not small fish. But I pop them into the 5-gallon bucket of water, and then a couple days pass, and then a couple more days, and a full week passes, and I finally get the pond done, and I'm like, I wonder if they're okay. And my son, my 12-year-old, he's like, I feel them in there. I think they're still okay. I was like, oh, we'll see. So I started pouring all the water out, and I was like, they're gone. I never saw them floating, but I thought they got eaten by a critter or something. And then, no, sure enough, big old fat fish pops out. So all 6 of them were okay. There are, well, let me just introduce you, if I can. 'Cause why not? Right, Lucy? You want to introduce him to the fish? So here's the waterfall I'm working on. And here's my friendly fish. There's 6 of them. 4 of them are dark. 2 of them have a little bit of orange on the sides, but not on the top, so they're harder to see. But you can see that one right there. They both look like that guy. So, they're curious critters. I'm no threat to them, but I also don't have food. So as you can see, I dug out and patched all the liner, fixed everything, got all that ready. This on the side is actually going to be covered with rocks. It'll come out to here. And it's these rocks over here, the river rock. We got a whole bunch of it. My wife just ordered like a few yards. There's like $400 worth of rocks sitting in my driveway. This stuff. Here's one wheelbarrow load, but I've got to get like another 50 of them. So that'll be spread out here by the fire pit. And then here's one of the other applications for the lattice. And then the other over here. So we'll see what she likes. And go ultimately, if my wife digs it, I'm cool with it. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to style, and I'm not that interested in perfection. But yeah, I want to get my yard ready. I guess I should get to work. That's not really what this video was about when I started, was it? Well, that's what it ended up being about. I guess my yard. Check out this maple tree. This thing is a beast. I mean, it's huge, and it drops leaves every fall down into my pond with such profuse, like, just hostility. Oh no. I don't want my wife to see this falling over. I fixed it the other day and now it's broken again. Well, I guess it's time to do some repairs. Get rid of the bamboo. Bye now. Peace and love.